Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a subject that shapes every aspect of our lives, our future. The truth is, your future isn't something that happens to you. It isn't written in the stars, nor is it dictated by the circumstances you were born into. Your future is something you create, a result of the decisions and actions you take today. Too often, people wait for things to fall into place, or for someone else to hand them an opportunity. But here's the truth: opportunity favors the prepared mind. Your future is in your hands, and it's up to you to mold it. The choices you make, the habits you form, and the mindset you adopt all play a role in the story of your life. Success begins the moment you realize you are the captain of your own ship. Stop blaming circumstances or other people for your situation. Accepting responsibility empowers you to change things, and that is where real transformation begins. The future doesn't just arrive by chance. You need to set clear, specific goals for where you want to be. It's like creating a map for your journey. Visualizing your success will fuel your ambition and keep you focused on achieving your dreams. The future you want doesn't come from a single action. It comes from consistent effort over time. Your daily habits, what you read, what you eat, how you spend your time will determine the quality of your future. Small positive changes, done consistently, lead to big results. Your greatest asset is your own mind. Invest in learning, growth, and self-improvement. Read books, attend seminars, and surround yourself with people who challenge you. As you grow, so will your opportunities. The better you become, the better your future will be. You can't expect to reach new heights without making some sacrifices. Whether it's giving up bad habits, spending less time on distractions, or putting in extra work, sacrifices are the price of success. Remember, you'll never achieve the future you want by staying in your comfort zone. Most people wait for the perfect moment to act. They wait until they feel ready or confident. But here's the reality: action comes first. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. Take that first step, and the momentum will carry you forward. The road to creating your future isn't always smooth. You will face setbacks, obstacles, and challenges. But the key is to stay positive and resilient. Use adversity as a stepping stone to learn, grow, and bounce back stronger. Keep your mind focused on the destination, not the bumps along the way. The people you surround yourself with will have a tremendous impact on your future. Choose your circle wisely. Be around those who inspire you, challenge you, and support your ambitions. Positive, motivated people will help pull you forward and encourage you when the going gets tough. Let me tell you something that may seem simple, but it's one of the most important lessons you will ever learn. Your life is yours. The moment you realize that you are fully responsible for your own life, your entire world can change. Stop blaming others for where you are. Stop making excuses. And stop waiting for something outside of you to change before you do. The truth is, no one owes you anything. The circumstances you're in right now are a result of the decisions you've made up until this point. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if only the economy was better, or if only your boss would notice your efforts, or if only you had more time or money, things would be different. But here's the reality: the things that are happening to you right now, for better or worse, are the direct result of what you've allowed, what you've chosen, and what you've done or not done up until now. Taking full responsibility means understanding that you are the one who determines your future. The choices you make today will have a direct impact on what tomorrow looks like. You can't blame the government, your parents, your past, or your circumstances. Once you stop pointing fingers and start looking inward, you regain control. The moment you accept responsibility for where you are, you unlock the power to change it. It's not always easy to accept this truth, because it forces you to confront the fact that if you want a better life, you have to make it happen. But once you do, you'll find that no one can hold you back except yourself. And that, my friend, is incredibly empowering. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for things to fall into place. You stop relying on luck or waiting for someone to hand you success on a silver platter. You realize that you are in charge of your destiny. And the best part, you can start making changes right now. It's in your hands. You're the creator, the builder, and the driver of your own life. So if you want to change your future, start by taking full responsibility for the one you have now. Own your life, your choices, and your outcomes. Don't wait for permission or for the stars to align. Decide today that you are the one who holds the power. And once you do, your whole world will open up. Let me ask you a question. Where are you going? Do you have a destination in mind? Do you know exactly what it is that you want out of life? Or are you just drifting along, hoping things will work out? If you want to shape your future, you must first have a clear vision of where you're heading. Without a clear goal, you'll wander aimlessly, wasting precious time and energy. Successful people don't wait for success to find them. They set a course, they define where they want to go, and they make it happen. They don't leave their future to chance. They take the time to define their objectives, big and small, and then work tirelessly toward achieving them. That's the first step, setting clear goals. When you set goals, you are taking control of your life. You're saying, this is what I want, and I'm going after it, but it's not enough to just have a vague idea of what you want. Your goals must be clear and specific. For example, it's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success look like to you? Is it a specific financial target? A career milestone? A personal achievement? Write it down. Be clear. Define it. Once you have those goals in place, the next step is to visualize your success. This is not some magical thinking or daydreaming. No, visualization is about creating a vivid mental picture of where you want to be. See yourself achieving those goals. Picture the success, feel the emotions, experience it in your mind before it ever happens in reality. When you visualize your success, you build belief, and belief is what drives action. The mind is a powerful tool. The more clearly you can see your goals in your mind's eye, the more your subconscious will work to bring them to life. But here's the catch, it's not enough to just visualize. You must also act. You must take the steps necessary to bring that vision into reality. You have to be prepared to put in the hard work, to stay focused, and to move forward, even when the path is unclear. When you set your goals clearly and you visualize your success consistently, something amazing happens. Your actions align with your dreams. Opportunities begin to appear, and you find yourself making decisions that bring you closer to those goals every day. Your belief in yourself strengthens, and your ability to achieve the things you want becomes inevitable. So I challenge you, take a moment and get crystal clear about what you want. Don't just go through life hoping things will work out. Take control, define your future, and then imagine yourself already living that success. Visualize it, feel it, and then take action. When you set clear goals and see your success in your mind, you create a roadmap to get there. Your future starts to take shape, and it begins with the decisions you make today. Let me share something with you that can change everything. Success is built on the small actions you take every single day. You see, most people think success is a big dramatic event, a single breakthrough, or a moment when everything falls into place. But the truth is, success is the result of the habits you cultivate over time. It's the sum of the little things you do daily, even when no one is watching. Think about it. It's not the big, occasional efforts that make the difference, it's the consistency of your actions. The choices you make today, the habits you develop, will shape your future more than any single action you take. Success is the product of what you repeatedly do. If you make a habit of doing the right things, working on your skills, improving your mindset, taking care of your health, managing your time, those small daily efforts will compound into incredible results. Now, you may be thinking, but how can these small habits make such a big difference? The answer lies in consistency. Imagine you take a small action every day to improve yourself. Maybe you read a page of a book each morning, exercise for 20 minutes, or spend 10 minutes organizing your day. These actions don't seem like much in the moment, but over time they add up. Little by little, you begin to change. Your knowledge grows, your health improves, and your productivity increases. Over a year, those small actions will add up to something significant. On the other hand, if you have bad habits, wasting time, procrastinating, neglecting your health, you'll find that they too will compound. Over time, the results of poor habits will be just as powerful, but in the wrong direction. That's why it's so important to consciously choose the habits that support the future you want to create. The best part? You don't need to change everything all at once. Start small with 1 or 2 habits and build from there. Commit to waking up a little earlier, making a small effort to improve one area of your life, or making better choices each day. You don't need to be perfect. What matters is that you show up consistently. Embracing the power of daily habits means that you no longer have to rely on motivation or inspiration to get you through. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel on fire, and others you'll feel like doing nothing. But if you've built habits, they carry you through even the tough days. Habits don't require motivation. They are the framework that keeps you moving forward no matter how you feel. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your daily habits. Start by doing the little things day in and day out that will lead you to your big goals. Whether it's improving your health, growing your career, or building stronger relationships, success will come when you embrace the power of consistency. It's the small actions repeated over time that create extraordinary results. And the best part? You're already in control of your habits, which means you're already in control of your future. If there's one thing you should understand about success, it's this: your greatest asset is you. The most valuable thing you can invest in is yourself. If you want to build a better life, you need to focus on improving who you are. Too many people spend all their time investing in things, money, property, stocks, without realizing that the single most important investment they can make is in their own growth and development. Now, let me ask you this: when was the last time you invested in learning something new? When did you last take time to grow your skills, improve your mindset, or expand your knowledge? Most people are so focused on their daily responsibilities that they forget the most crucial element of success: personal development. You see, everything you want in life, whether it's success in your career, stronger relationships, or improved health, begins with you. When you invest in your personal development, you're not just adding knowledge, you're changing the way you think, the way you approach problems, and the way you see the world. The more you grow as a person, the more opportunities open up to you. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you grow, the more you can give back. Your ability to achieve greater success is directly tied to your ability to grow and improve. One of the best ways to invest in yourself is by committing to constant learning. It's not just about formal education, though that can certainly help. It's about making a habit of reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, and surrounding yourself with people who challenge you. Every new piece of knowledge you acquire is a tool you can use to build a better life. It's like adding more tools to your toolbox. Each one allows you to solve bigger, more complex problems. But it's not just about knowledge, it's also about developing your character. Your attitude, your work ethic, your ability to persevere through challenges, these are all qualities you can work on every day. Every time you push yourself to be better, to be more disciplined, or to be more patient, you're making a deposit into the bank of your personal growth. Investing in your personal development also means understanding the value of your time. Time is the one thing we all have in equal measure, yet most people waste it without a second thought. But when you invest your time wisely, by learning, by growing, by improving, you turn that time into something invaluable. Every hour spent on self-improvement is an hour that pays dividends in the future. Remember, there's no greater return on investment than investing in yourself. When you improve, everything around you improves. The better you become, the more doors open. The more capable you are, the greater your impact. Personal development is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong commitment. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. So make the decision today: invest in your mind, your skills, and your character. Set aside time every day to learn, to grow, and to improve. As you do, you'll find that the world will start responding to you in ways you never imagined. Invest in yourself, and there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let me be clear about something that's essential to your success: everything worthwhile comes at a price. You can't expect to reach the heights you dream of without making sacrifices along the way. Too many people want success without being willing to pay the price for it. They want the rewards without the effort, the results without the struggle. But here's the reality: success requires sacrifice. You can't have everything. You can't do everything. You have to make choices, and you have to be willing to give up some things in order to gain something better in the future. It could be your time, your comfort, or even relationships. Sacrifice means you're making a conscious decision to put your goals above short-term pleasures and distractions. It's about deciding that the future you're working towards is more important than the temporary things that stand in the way. Now, this doesn't mean you should give up everything. It doesn't mean you should neglect your health, your relationships, or your well-being. But it does mean you have to prioritize the things that move you forward. If you want to become successful, you might have to give up a few things: late nights watching TV, spending money on things you don't really need, or taking the easy route instead of pushing yourself to do more. Sacrifice also means saying no to the wrong opportunities that don't align with your goals. It's easy to get distracted by things that seem appealing in the moment, but those distractions can pull you away from what you truly want. Sacrifice is the ability to say, I'm willing to pass on that now for something better later. Think about the successful people you admire. They didn't get to where they are without making tough choices. They gave up something today to gain something much bigger tomorrow. Maybe they worked longer hours, put in more effort, or delayed instant gratification in exchange for long-term rewards. Whatever the sacrifice, it was worth it. And you'll find that the more you're willing to sacrifice, the more you're willing to give up in order to move forward, the more opportunities you'll open up for yourself in the future. But here's the key: sacrifices don't feel like sacrifices if you have a strong vision for your future. When you know what you want and why you want it, the sacrifices become easier to make. They're not a burden, they're a step towards something greater. You understand that every small thing you give up today is an investment in the life you want tomorrow. So ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to create the future you want? Are you willing to give up a little comfort now for a bigger payoff later? Are you willing to make tough choices, work when others are resting, and push through the challenges even when they seem overwhelming? Success demands sacrifice, and if you truly want to create a future that excites you, then you must be ready to pay the price. The good news is this: the sacrifices you make today are not the end, they are the foundation for the future you're building. And when you look back, you'll realize that those sacrifices weren't sacrifices at all. They were simply investments in your future success. Let me tell you something important: waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. If you're waiting until you feel completely ready, confident, or certain before taking action, you're going to wait forever. Success isn't about waiting for everything to fall into place. It's about taking action, even when you don't feel fully prepared. It's about doing it anyway, even when fear, doubt, and uncertainty are whispering in your ear, telling you to hold back. Here's the reality: no one ever feels 100% ready. The best opportunities don't come with a guarantee of success. They come with risk, uncertainty, and the chance to fail. And you know what? That's okay. Failure is part of the process. It's not the end, but the beginning of learning, growing, and getting better. Too many people get stuck in the planning phase. They spend months, even years, thinking about what they want to do, planning every detail, waiting for the perfect time to start. But in the meantime, life moves forward, and their dreams stay just that, dreams. The longer you wait for the right time, the more you miss out on the valuable lessons that only come through action. The truth is, you don't need to have everything figured out to take the first step. If you wait until you know exactly how everything will unfold, you'll be waiting a lifetime. It's not about having all the answers before you begin. It's about taking that first step and figuring it out as you go. Action builds momentum. Once you take that first step, the next step becomes clearer. The next decision becomes easier. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more you grow. Think about it. Every successful person you admire didn't wait until they had everything perfect. They acted when things were uncertain, and they learned along the way. The key is not to let fear of the unknown paralyze you into inaction. Fear is natural, but it shouldn't stop you. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, use the feeling of not being ready as fuel to push forward. Every time you move forward, despite not having all the answers, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. It's also important to realize that not acting is a decision too. When you don't take action, you're choosing to stay where you are, to stay stuck, to let fear control you. But when you take action, when you move forward in spite of uncertainty, you take control of your life. You begin to direct the course of your future. And the more you act, the more confident you become. There's no magic moment when everything aligns perfectly. The magic happens when you take the initiative and start moving, even when you don't feel ready. Take that first step and the rest will follow. Take action, even if it's messy, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's imperfect. As you do, you'll gain experience, build momentum, and start to see results. So stop waiting, stop overthinking. Take action now. Move forward with whatever you have, however you feel, and trust that the process will reveal the next steps. The secret to success isn't about waiting until you feel ready. It's about taking action in spite of the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty. And remember, the journey itself will teach you more than any plan ever could. Let me tell you something: life is full of challenges. No one escapes adversity, and no one gets through life without facing setbacks. That's just the way it is. But here's the good news: you have the power to choose how you respond. Life will throw obstacles your way, but your ability to stay positive and resilient will determine how far you go. Here's the truth: it's not the challenges that define us, it's how we respond to them. It's easy to stay positive when everything is going your way, when the world is aligned and the path is smooth. But that's not the real test. The real test comes when things get tough. The real test is when you hit a roadblock, when things don't go as planned, when you face a failure or disappointment. That's when your true character is revealed. Resilience is the ability to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. It's about bouncing back from setbacks, learning from your mistakes, and not allowing temporary failures to define your future. If you want to create a life of success, you need to cultivate resilience. You need to develop the mental toughness to keep moving forward, even when it seems like the world is working against you. Now, staying positive doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means choosing to look for the lesson, choosing to look for the opportunity, even in the hardest times. Positive thinking isn't about denying reality, it's about seeing the possibilities beyond the problems. It's about shifting your perspective, focusing on what you can control, and maintaining an optimistic outlook no matter how challenging the situation may seem. One of the best ways to stay positive is to control the environment around you. If you surround yourself with negativity, if you fill your mind with doubt, fear, and pessimism, it will be almost impossible to stay positive. But when you surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you, books that inspire you, and media that empowers you, you begin to see the world differently. You start to believe that things can get better, that every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and come back stronger. But the real power in staying positive comes when you refuse to let setbacks define you. When things go wrong, you can either let that defeat you, or you can choose to stand up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Every time you rise after a fall, you become more resilient. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you build inner strength. And the more you do this, the more you begin to realize that you can handle anything life throws your way. Staying positive also means maintaining faith in yourself, even when others may doubt you. It's easy to be positive when people around you are encouraging you, but it's a true test of your character when you have to be your own biggest supporter. Trust that you have what it takes to overcome obstacles. Trust that every challenge is part of your journey and that it's leading you towards something greater. Remember, this life doesn't always go according to plan, but your ability to stay positive and resilient in the face of adversity will set you apart. The challenges you face today are not the end, they are simply the lessons you need to learn to become stronger and more capable. Your future will be shaped not by what happens to you, but by how you respond to what happens to you. So stay positive, stay resilient, and keep moving forward because the best is yet to come. Let me tell you something that is often overlooked. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or drag you down. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping who you are and who you become. The truth is, you can have all the drive and ambition in the world, but if you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who don't believe in your potential, it's going to be a constant uphill battle. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, who support your growth, and who encourage you to reach higher, everything in your life starts to change. The people you choose to spend time with influence your thoughts, your mindset, and your habits. If you're always around people who complain, who focus on what's wrong, who talk about their problems instead of their solutions, that negativity will seep into your own mindset. You'll start to see obstacles instead of opportunities. You'll start to focus on what's going wrong rather than what's going right. That's why it's so important to be selective about who you let into your life. Surrounding yourself with positive, motivated, and inspiring individuals doesn't just make you feel good, it makes you better. It challenges you. It pushes you to think bigger, work harder, and believe more in your own potential. When you spend time with people who are driven, who are working toward their own goals, who hold themselves accountable, you can't help but get caught up in that energy. They make you want to be your best self. They make you want to rise to the occasion. Now, this doesn't mean you should only seek out people who always agree with you or tell you what you want to hear. True growth comes from people who challenge you, who hold you to a higher standard, who encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and reach for things you never thought possible. The right people will push you to expand your horizons, to think bigger, and to act boldly. They will offer constructive feedback, help you see things from a different perspective, and support you through the inevitable setbacks that come with the pursuit of your goals. But here's something critical: the people you surround yourself with need to share your values and your vision for the future. If you want to achieve success, you need to be around people who believe in the possibility of success, not just for themselves, but for everyone. You need people who understand that growth takes effort, persistence, and discipline, and who are committed to that journey alongside you. When you're surrounded by people who believe in growth and possibility, you create an environment where everyone can rise together. Remember, you're not just a product of your own choices, you are also a reflection of the choices the people around you make. Their habits, attitudes, and actions will influence yours. And you can't expect to grow if you're constantly surrounded by people who are content to stay stuck. Your dreams, your goals, and your future deserve more than that. They deserve people who are willing to challenge you, support you, and encourage you when times get tough. It's time to evaluate the people in your life and ask yourself, are these the people who are lifting me higher? Are they pushing me to become the best version of myself? If not, it's time to make some changes. Seek out those who inspire you, who motivate you, and who bring out the best in you. As you surround yourself with people who believe in you and your potential, you will find that you have the strength and the drive to push past your limits and achieve things you never thought possible. So make the decision today: surround yourself with people who uplift you, Choose to be around those who encourage your dreams, who celebrate your wins, and who challenge you to become more. The right people will help you grow faster, dream bigger, and achieve more than you could ever do alone. And when you create that environment, success will not be an option, it will be inevitable.